Strange World is a movie that perfectly fits in with Disney's other uninspired 3D animated movies. Judging by how this movie came and went without creating any buzz, it's safe to say I'm not the only one who felt this way about it. Typically, Disney's movies are unescapable. Whether they're good or they're bad, they'll be talked about. Disney's loyalists will overhype the movie, art community and cosplayers will create something dedicated to it. So how come no one cared this time? Did this movie appeal to no one, despite it having Disney's first ever openly gay character? Let's look into the movie and try to figure this out. Also, hi, by the way, welcome to my channel. The movie starts off with a montage of a father and his son as they go exploring places. The montage ends with the son, who's now a fully grown adult and is a part of a team of explorers along with his dad, where all of them are on some mountain. There, the son notices a rare plant. He wants to stop and study it. The dad doesn't. He wants to continue exploring. They get into a shouting match over this, and that's the first contrived argument that occurs in the movie. It's one of many. I don't know if this is a common trope, but it sure seems like one. So how this plays out in this movie is you'll have two characters get into an argument because they're angry or they misunderstood something. This results in them going their separate ways. Then, when one is in danger, the other shows up exactly at the right moment. They've already sorted out the problem by themselves and they're over it and are here to help. Yeah, an off-screen character growth. Anyways, back to the story. Fast forward, the son is now married and has a gay son. The center focus of the story switches to the three of them, who I'll label as the gay son, lanky dad, and explorer grandfather. You would think this would be an interesting dynamic to see, a dad, a son, and a grandson. But what ends up happening instead is the previously mentioned trope intensifies between those three. Explorer granddad mishears lanky dad and is angry with him. Gay son gets angry at lanky dad over something, and so on. And again, how this is resolved is by one of them showing up for the other right when they're needed. And maybe they'll say a line or two about how their thinking has changed or how they learned that they were wrong. It's just the shallowest relationship building I've ever seen. I couldn't relate to any of them, yet I could with those two characters from a far better two different movies. No, I'm not a musical teacher nor an old man. Another lazily written relationship involves the gay son and his love interest. It was established in an early scene in the movie that the gay son had a crush on one of his friends, and spoiler alert, the second and last time we see this crush of his is in a scene at the very end of the movie. They're already together, like, okay, an off-screen confession. To be fair, his crush was brought up several times throughout the movie, perhaps too many times, but those discussions were with other characters, and the fact of the matter is that they interacted with one another in two scenes only. But inter-character relationships is not the only place where the writers fumbled. The core of the movie, the story, is basic and predictable. And because of where the writers chose to have the story takes place, the visual and creatures design ended up having to fit into a narrow theme. In my opinion, most of the creatures and the surrounding environments they exist in look dull and uninteresting. There's a possibility that the fault on this matter solely falls on the artist's lack of imagination. But either way, the world and its creatures looked boring. Anyways, not all of the movie was bad. I thought the humor in it and some slapstick bits were solid. Also, I found the sidekicks to be tolerable because you know how it is. It's easy for these side characters who have no arcs and are just there as a comic relief to be kind of grating. But I thought they were fine. In conclusion, I think you won't lose nothing from watching this movie, but you won't gain nothing from watching it either. So might as well not watch it. That's what I would recommend. So what did you think of the movie? Let me know in the comments. Like the video if you liked it. Bye bye.